In this video we're going to look at square and cube numbers. But let's just look back at what multiplication is. Well, here I've got an array, and this array shows 4 multiplied by 2. So this array, the answer is 8, and the array shows 4 multiplied by 2. So this rectangle is 4 by 2. I've got another array here, and this is 3 multiplied by 2. So the answer is 6, and the array shows 3 multiplied by 2, and that's a rectangle. Now, square numbers are numbers that come about when we multiply the same number by itself, and so we get a square with the array. So let's look at this first one. This is 2 multiplied by 2. And when I do that, I get a square shape with my array. And so that's why they're called square numbers. So 4 is a square number because 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. So a number multiplied by itself. And the best way to remember it is that the array is going to be a square. Then let's look at this one, 3 multiplied by 3. Well, it's the same number by itself, and so the array will be a rectangle. So the square number for this one is going to be 3 multiplied by 3. So the square number is the answer, which is 9. So 4 is a square number, 9 is a square number. Now I have 5 multiplied by 5 as an array. 5 by 5, and so the square number is going to be 25. Now if you look carefully here, it's been written in a different way. It's been written 5 to the power 2. And what that means is, instead of writing 5 times 5, 3 times 3, 2 times 2, I can say that it's times by itself by putting it 2 to the power 2. And that means 2 times 2. 3 to the power 2 means 3 multiplied by itself. 3 to the power 2. So 5 by itself, 5 to the power 2, which is 25. And we can have lots of other square numbers. We'll have 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 3 is 9, is a square number. 4 times 4, 16. It's a square number. The key thing to remember is then that the array that you make is a square. Now let's look at cube numbers. What are cube numbers? Well, cube numbers are when we put the cubes together and what we make is a cube. So let's start off with 2 times 2 times 2. Well, here I have 2 times 2. If I put that together here, I have 2 times 2 done twice, and so the answer is 8, and I have made a cube. And so this is called a cube number because we have made a cube. So the answer to 2 cubed is 8. Here we have 3 times 3 times 3. This is a cube number because I have 3 times 3, which is a square number, 9. And if I do that 3 times, I've made a cube. And now if we count this in nines, 9, 18, 27, we can find out that the answer is 27. So 27 is a cube number. If you've been looking carefully here, you will have noticed that this time we write them to the power 3. And what that means is you're timesing a number by itself 3 times. So this is 2 times 2 times 2, 3 times. Here I did 3 times 3 times 3, 3 times. So my last question could be, what is 4 times 4 times 4? Well, that's going to be 4 to the power 3, which is a cube number. Well, 4 times 4 is 16, that's a square number, multiplied by 4 again, and so 64 is a cube number. In this video, we've learnt about square numbers, which come about when we make a square as an array. They are multiplying a number by itself, and the product is a square number. We then can multiply a number by itself 3 times, so 2 times 2 times 2, and that gives us cube numbers. What final thing we learnt was about to the power, and that is the amount of times you times a number by itself.